Hey, people, it's Lily on the go. I am just sitting here. Hopefully, nobody comes in while I'm doing my video. Just sitting here and just thinking how grateful and appreciative I am. Because I know the other day I was just like, oh man, I wasn't feeling myself and I wasn't feeling, you know, sad and all that stuff. But I'm sitting here and I'm realizing like God is definitely looking out for me in many ways. And I hope he's looking out for you, or that you see opportunities that or moments when he does. Um, as I'm sitting here on my weekend job, right? Today is a very low key day. There's nothing really happening. So look at that beautiful palm tree. I mean, serious. But anyway, I'm sitting here and I was searching for properties that I'm going to be staying at in my long-term trip that's coming up soon. Not going to tell you all the details yet, but I was just realizing like the things that I had to go through to be at a point where I have that option to go somewhere and work and still, make money and work, and it can be anywhere. So just to kind of go back to when I first moved down here in 2014, I moved in Mother's Day 2014. Oh, my cousin's calling me. In 2014, and I took a job offer because I wanted to be in Florida I just wanted to be in Florida. So I took the job offer, and then like 3 months into the job, after training, all of a sudden they came into the office and was like, you we're closing down our Florida location. So for me, I'm like, what do you mean? I moved down here for this job and I was living at my cousin's with plans to like rent and do my own thing. So this part-time job I had since 2014, and that's the only job that I had for a few months. And then I did little odds and ends here and there, but I always just kept this job. And I remember when they had a property manager assistant. And since I did a little property, I was really into real estate in Atlanta. I was like, okay, let me try to get this job, even though I was just only like a concierge. And they didn't accept me because they had somebody else who had more experience. So I was kind of like, okay, now I'm only with this part-time job. What am I going to do? And I remember one day going to, I think one of those, I don't know, those colleges. I can't remember their names, but it was like an admissions counselor, and they weren't even paying that much, all the way in Fort Lauderdale. And I went to the interview, and it was just like, I felt like I didn't get the job. But when I was driving back, I stopped in this like neighborhood in this city because somebody mentioned it to me, and I drove by it and I was like, oh, this street looks really, really nice. I would love to work. It would be nice to be working and living here. And come to find out, a job that I had interviewed for later, they never called me back. But then they finally reached out to me because they were transitioning to their Florida office. And then I got the job literally on that strip. And I was like, look at God, this is the street I was like looking for, you know what I mean? And I was blessed to work on that street, not too far from the beach. And then I was making more, a lot more money than where I was hired for initially. And I mean, it was great. But even then, after like a few years, like I was itching to like leave and looking for other opportunities within the organization. And I knew, and they had like an office in Ireland, right? And I wanted to like move out of the country so bad. And I really wanted to grow in a different area. And I asked about the positions in the Ireland location, more customer service like. And I remember doing the applications. And not getting the job. And I was like, okay, what is it that I'm missing? But nobody gave me any options. So I literally was like sad because I wanted to move and just go to a different country and be in Europe. But they weren't really allowing me to and giving me the opportunity to, because everything was like, oh, you don't have experience in this, you don't have that, and here's what you could do. And then after a while, it's okay, forget it. I won't move overseas. Let me, find another marketing position. Did all these things that they required and nothing. So now I'm in a position where I can travel anywhere. I can practically move if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to. But it's just a blessing. It is truly a blessing, and a reason for me to be very, very grateful, because even though like things that I had wanted, and it was like, oh yeah, you want to move to a different country, you want to work for a year overseas, and now God put me in a position where I don't need to be in one particular country. I could be in any country. And it's just like, wow, God really, really got me. And it's like you don't realize how grand what you may think that you need or want, and how bigger God can really make it. Because honestly, I didn't think I would be working in that street, in that neighborhood. And then I didn't think I would never thought that I would be in a completely remote job where I can be anywhere. And they encourage, people to live their life and travel and do all types of stuff. So it is a moment to be grateful, because I know I was just like saying how sad, and I was waking up very, not bitter, but just sad, and not feel like I'm grateful. And now it's like, look at that. Look at that. Look at God. Look at God. So it's like the same moments you take to when you realize you're in a negative space. It's always good to find the positive. And it's just like, God, you are awesome. You are good, and you're a great God. And at times it's like the reality of things hit you, and you just feel so discouraged and beat down. But if you really sit and you see the opportunities that he got you out of, or things that you only wanted a little bit, but he made it a whole lot bigger. The expectations were, not that big for you, because you just wanted to get out of a situation, but now he put you in somewhere even better. It's like, And even with my job now, as grateful as I am, I see opportunities, but they might even be bigger. You know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy. It's just crazy that, things work out. And that's why I feel, even in moments where I'm like, oh, I want this and I want that, I just have to, just have faith, and know that God will give me something, or can give me something bigger than my imagination. So it's crazy. And when I had my job, the job where I said, that I was working in the financial research, it's crazy because I wasn't thinking about stocks. I introduced and talked about it with my cousins, and they got into it. And their money might be surpassed my money, okay? So it's just like, you never really know what God has for you. And when he gives you something, you got to sit back and be like, dang, okay, I see you, God, I see you. So, yeah, I was just having a moment. I was just like, God is great. And I mean, I know sometimes it really feels discouraging, and things will definitely hit you and keep hitting you. But I mean, I'm not anything special. Well, no, I'm special, but I'm not anything like, I don't try or push too hard, but he still provides in a way. And I know other people may feel like, hey, I am definitely down and a lot is going on, but just trust that he got you. He got you. So I'm gonna sit here and go paint my nails, as I'm got not much going on right now, but it's okay, because I'm gonna continue planning for this big trip, and that's my next stop for a few weeks, and I'm excited, a little nervous, but it's not like I haven't traveled long term before, so I just need to get my mind right, because it's been over a year since I left, the ocean beyond the Caribbean Sea. So I'm just looking forward to it, and I just want to give God the glory and the praise for putting me in this position. And the moments where I do not feel that I'm winning, he's winning. He's making it happen. He's handling it for me, and I just got to push myself to keep pushing through and knowing that he is leading and he's got my back. So I hope this is something that you can just really push yourself to see the positives, because I know I struggle trying to get the positives in my mind and changing my mindset, because first reaction is always like, I gotta be concerned about, just try to be safe and trying to control or just managing my own life. But God is really in control. So yeah. All right, just wanted to share that, and hopefully that encourages somebody else to find the good and the positive and the things that God has already done for you, and know that He will continue to do, even when you don't see it. All right, bye.